sure that I create a legacy wherever I go. Um, I say that I'm a legacy, but am I actually a legacy? I'm looking at WikiHow. It says practice thinking confident thoughts. Encourage yourself to keep learning. Learn from your mistakes. Step outside of your comfort zone. Use your passion and interests to find a fulfilling vocation. Express gratitude on a daily basis. Practice mindfulness. Accept the consequences of your actions. Those types of things. There's a lot of stuff, eat foods that are good for you, which I really started doing this year. We have cookies in the house, but I don't eat those cookies. But it's not enough to not eat. It's not enough to just eat healthy for the time being. Because the truth is, I had a Rice Krispie snack this year, and I forgot that I was supposed to eat healthy. Um, drink enough water and other fluids. Um, get between 7 to 9 hours of sleep at night. Exercise at least 30 minutes every day and practice self-care, have a me time every day, do yoga, um, selflessness or selfless, being selfless. Sorry, being selfless can be great, but not to the point that your happiness is being completely shattered, you know? So, all those things are great. For me, in order to win in life, my definition of winning in life is basically doing things. That's how you win. You do certain things. So let me be more specific when I say that. You do things that you love, but you also do things at a consistent rate. If that makes sense. So, for example, I have certain things that I want to do in my life for my future that I have to really consider. And I feel bad for trying to for kind of sharing this with you, but sometimes in order to make it farther with whatever we have to do, we have to be open and share, you know. Um, there are things like releasing this mixtape. That's important to me. And ever since I've been to that mental hospital, I've kind of my mental health has been fucked up and it's kind of hindering me from actually releasing this mixtape because I'm a perfectionist and I don't want to just release something for the sake of releasing it. So initially, it was supposed to be released on the 13th, but since I spent about 3 days at the hospital, um, you know, basically it's not going to happen. I spent 3 days at the hospital. So It's either going to be released on Martin Luther King Jr. Day or the 22nd of January or the 27th of January. And I want to do the 27th of January. And that's mainly because I have some things going on uh in February that I want to do. Like getting started working on some remixes or working on my screenplay. Those few things. Just knowing exactly what you're going to do in life puts you far ahead of everything, you know? It helps you realize, okay, so I'm doing these things to help me get to a better place in my life. And then, initially I thought about pledging, but why pledge if you don't have your life together? A lot of people pledge when they're young, and I think that's a good thing if they want to, but your life is not yet together. You don't have certain things together in order. Like for me, if I could just at least finish school and then join, then everything will be a little bit more legit. Because mom has a good point, and you got to think of it in a point of maturity. She said that it'll fuck up your grades if you join a fraternity. So yeah, I gotta take that in consideration. I might get my grades fucked up if I join a fraternity, so I gotta wait. Things of that nature, if you get what I mean. I'm not telling you which one, but yeah, I was thinking about it. So just basically knowing exactly what you're going to do and by what date you're going to do it, that really helps with um winning at life. Make sure you stick by a deadline. And if not, you can change that deadline if you want to, but not too long. You see, for me, I can't be always extending deadlines. I got to make up a deadline, stick to it. If I can't stick to it, change it probably once or maybe twice, and that's it. Three times if you want to. It's kind of interesting. Um, there are a few music artists who are really good at extending deadlines, and they haven't made music in a little while. So, for example, um, SZA, she released her album called Control, which was released June the 9th of 2017. And then she finally released her second studio album, which is called SOS, which honestly is a much better sounding project. And she released that on December 9th, 2022. And what I think is cool about the the release dates is that they're both released on the 9th. And, you know, June and December are probably 6 months in difference. But yeah, I think she did a great job in trying to um pretty much hold back an album and make sure it was really, really good before she could release it. Because a lot of people would try to rush her in order to release it, but she released it at her own time, which is what I really truly respect. And that's really important when you're making music.